Hey, yo, what up, y'all? This your dope boy Troy, aka Troy Boulevard, the clone. I'm just joking, just joking. We're back. This is the Facto show. Queen Wolf, take us away because we got sidetracked earlier.
All right, I want to get into this movie that has just been critically acclaimed. Everybody's talking about it. It's super viral everywhere you go. There's just millions and millions of interpretations about this movie. 10 tomatoes on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. This is one of the first movies in a long time that's gotten 10 out of 10 by the critics.
Wow, I might go see that again. I didn't even know I had 10 tomatoes.
Sinners. There are some people that are saying that this movie is overhyped.
Say word.
And I want to know what you guys think, because I saw it. I kind of have opinions about it, and I know you saw it. You have some opinions about it.
I'm on my way to see it. I'll probably see it
Okay,
tonight.
but you could give a perspective from a director's point of view, and you know, I'm sure you saw some previews and saw the reviews about it. Do y'all think it's
so you're asking him to freestyle, essentially. That's what it sounds like.
I'm just asking him to give
he threw me under the bus.
I'm just saying. To give his knowledge and expertise, and sometimes you may or may not have seen the film,
he has even
still offer your knowledge and your expertise.
Would you ask a foot doctor to do surgery on your heart? Like, it doesn't even make sense. He doesn't. He hasn't seen the movie. This is what's wrong with women. They just want to force it on. No, well, I'm sure you can still.
I respect him.
This is crazy.
Saying that his expertise.
Yes.
But you don't even know what the movie is about.
But you can still give your overall perspective about just filmmaking in general.
But how is he going to give his opinion on a film being overhyped that he hasn't seen?
We're going to talk about it, and then he's going to give his perspective based on what we say.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, so if you guys have not gone to see the movie
and it's too damn bad,
then too bad for you, because we're going to talk about it, and you're not going anywhere. You're stuck with us.
So, okay. I'll go first. I'll take it away.
All right.
I think the movie Sinners was excellent. I don't know about all that Rotten Tomatoes-ish. I never seen that get 2 thumbs up. Pause if I got to say pause. But the movie is so damn good that I went and seen the movie twice and paid twice.
In 1 week.
In a matter of days. You know what I'm saying? Went and had to take the kids after to go see it. And then the ill part is, and then I know you could touch on this, a lot of times when I'm watching film, I'm sure most of us on the check-in, Real One, Reg Mob, Trenches, everybody watching, when we watch films, I don't really analyze them. I just be, oh, that was a good film. That was this, that was that.
Correct.
And watching it again, I analyzed a bunch of stuff on Sinners. It was just so much stuff that, like, I'm like, damn, am I watching all films wrong? Are there a bunch of hidden gems and stuff like that in movies? You know what I'm saying? So, like, overall, from the beginning to the end, I think it was even dope that Michael B. Jordan, he played 2 people in one movie. And it wasn't like in a corny way where it's a split stunt double. It was like you really believed he had a twin brother. It was the movie was ill.
The characters were so different, even though they looked alike and they were twins. It was just like yin and yang.
Facts. And the only thing that like, and I even had this sometimes when I drop albums, I'll be like, damn, if it's 10 songs, I wish I wouldn't have put that song on it, even though other people might love it. The only thing that someone could possibly say about this movie, and if I was a writer director, I'd have put a little different spin on it, is that they made it a vampire movie. That's the only thing. It could have been a movie about demons, spirit. Once it's vampire, it'll put you in a vampire box. You feel me? So, but overall, just down to, so, like, what I took away from the movie after was that the movie was called Sinners, and now we started thinking, we had a conversation about this, is that the main thing is about people sinning, and greed is a sin. A lot of the people, damn near everybody that got killed, they let people appeal to their greed, whether it was living humans or vampires. They appealed to their greed, and that's what got them jammed up. You know what I'm saying? If they was just not greedy, they would have lived.
Gotcha.
Down from everything. We gonna talk like the people who seen it, down to the Asian woman and her husband when he paid them for a sign and she was negotiating. You feel what I'm saying? Down to the farmer, he was chilling, he wasn't going nowhere, and the guy appealed to him with, hey, I'm gonna give you enough money that your wife is going S your D tonight. You know what I'm saying? Down to, and he let that man disrespect his wife for some money, appealing to the greed. And his wife was like, wait a minute, hear what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the guy who was happily, he said, yo, I'll give you $20 to come play in my juke joint tonight, and I guarantee you that's not what you're getting paid at the other joint. And the guy said, well, you going to give me $20, but I'm only getting that on this one night. I'm going to get my money from these other people that I go to every night for the past 10 years like I've been getting. But then he pulled out some beer, and the guy was an alcoholic, and he appealed to his greed, and he ended up going and ended up getting himself killed. So that's one thing you could take away from it, even down to it was a girl in there who was cheating on her husband, and she got herself bodied too. You know what I'm saying? Just off the cheat. So that was just another sin in the game. So I think just the whole thing about the sinning and the greed and the different sins that was committed got people off, and that's what I take away from it. And I'm going to say the movie was excellent. Just off of going and just like really breaking down, analyzing the movie, man. I ain't really get to do that in forever. And that was dope to me.
For me, it was such deep spiritual reference that played into it. And like you said, you kind of didn't really, that the vampire, aspect didn't really appeal to you. But I loved it because I felt like even though...
Best vampire movie I ever seen. I'll give him that. Best vampire movie I ever seen.
I'm a Blade fan. I've loved Blade, every one of them since a kid.
I can't jack his haircut, but
So,
I love Wesley Snipes.
I love his haircut. I love Wesley Snipes, not too much.
I ain't jacking him.
So it's one of those.
One of my favorites. I'm gonna leave it as that.
That's Blade is one of top vampire movies, but this is definitely one for the ages. I feel like it was just a take where they're introducing you to culture, history, spirituality, but they made it where it was still enough for young and old to grasp with the action of the vampires. So I enjoyed that.
I agree. I take round of applause. I didn't catch that. That you tie everybody in with vampires. You could love vampire. You could be interested in vampires from 8 to 80.
And they're still indoctrinating you and bringing you into the history. And what I learned after watching the movie was that the Asian couple and the kids, they were actually modeled off of a real Asian family who lived in Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
Who had
the store?
They owned the stores.
That was hard.
And it was the same history, one on each side. They sold to both the blacks and the whites because they couldn't shop in the same locations. And their accents was just the same. She sounded like an old down Mississippi woman, but she's Asian. So them playing into real life historical moments in this area was like it made me love the movie even after watching it. I did watch it twice too.
This one of those movies, not to cut you off, I want to urge to everybody to go in and really delve in more movies where you like, wait, what's the hidden message in there? Because I don't never do that. So a lot of stuff might go over my head. I might just be watching a movie. That was good fellas. It was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Right. Paid in Full. Well, we all know the story. Casino. I don't know if those was so much. Maybe it might even be messages in historic movies. You know what I'm saying? And M.Reck could speak to that as a film director.
Specifically appeals.
A message in it.
Okay, so boom.
But this one specifically appeals to like
history, historic,
people, our culture, our history. I love that. And there's one part I mentioned this to you too, that I love the most, and it was when the whole place caught on fire and everyone's dancing. Sammy's playing his guitar and he's singing, and you see the references of how blues music is basically tying our African history, slaves, the people, African tribes dancing and following this beat, and this beat carrying into blues music turning into hip hop, turning into rap, turning into you see the Crips dancing, you see the girls twerking. Everything has this reference to our origins.
And what the guy said was that he said, man, when they took us as slaves, they could take everything away from us, but this is the only thing that's ours.
And he said they gave us religion, because Sammy was fighting basically his love for blues music and his love for music in general, and his father, who was deep in the church and wanted him to be deep in the church. So the reference was, yes, they came and they gave us the Bible, they gave us religion, but music and this that we created, this came from us from the beginning.
And the only one that lived was the one who was the least sinful. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. And then Big Fat Mama, they got knocked off. She was...
Not too much on Fat Mama,
just saying.
Spiritual New Orleans woman, and even her dying was monumental, because even the vampires was like, they wanted her knowledge. They wanted to know when you bite them and they come back to life, they can share your memories and they share your knowledge and everything you know. So they wanted Sammy because they wanted his how
he wanted his musical knowledge.
Musical knowledge. Same thing with her. They wanted her spirituality.
And just a note for everybody: if somebody asks to come in anywhere and that they've been walking in and out, you might want to keep them away. They might be a hate or vampire. If somebody asks to come in your house and you just left my house, don't let them in, especially at nighttime. Hey, can I come in? You just left here. That was like a thing. They gotta ask you. They gotta let you
invite them in.
And that was a message too. Like you letting people into your life. Sometimes you gotta just be like, nah, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Me and M.Reck actually might put together a movie about that.
Oh, you're ready. You're ready.
Yeah. I love that. And so back to just it being something that so many people, I've seen so many different interpretations of this movie that it's fascinating to me because it's really got so many people's different minds working, and it just shows how this movie appealed to so many people in different ways and the way they're trying to break it down. And nobody's wrong, right? Because it's really how you view the movie and how it resonates with you.
Right.
So that was always interesting. But
as a caveat, as you say what you're going to say, speaking of country Bamas, I don't like watermelons with seeds. I'm outraged right now. I don't care about GMO and all that. I like my watermelon without seeds. It's too much work. You just want to eat watermelon. I feel like I'm eating crab legs over here.
Seed in there.
This is craziness.
There's one seed. This guy's losing his mind.
Too much work.
One seed.
It's like crawfish. Like, I just want to eat. I don't want to work.
So anyway, guys, something that's going on in the blogs, because this movie's been out for about 2 to 3 weeks already. Did you know that Clarksdale, Mississippi, the people there, even though they made this movie literally about this area, this town, they don't have a movie theater, so they can't even watch the movie. Wow. So now they're petitioning. Now they're petitioning so that they can at least do some sort of a screening there. So the people of Clarksdale, it's just only a population of about 13,000 people, 13,000 or 14. So it's very small.
Wow.
They want to be able to see, you know, what has been made of their town, and you know everybody's talking about Mississippi, and now they don't even know what's going on. They want to
do a premiere there. You know,
there's no theater.
Where they gonna do that?
They can build it.
That's a good point.
The amount of money they made.
Why would they waste their money on a redneck hick town like Clarksdale, Arizona? Damn it, the budget's already over. Why we waste our money here? What are we gonna serve? Corn liquor? I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, I wouldn't do it.
Gonna serve corn liquor.
I wouldn't do it. You know, in Hollywood, damn it.
I think they could bring like one of those projector screens
and put it where, in a cotton field? Like, where are they gonna put this at? There's a population of 1,300 people.
13,000.
Who's from Clarksdale that we know?
Oh, there's actually a few people from Clarksdale that we know. Did you know that? Let me tell you something that you.
Sojourner Truth,
Sam
Harriet
Cook.
Tubman.
Sam Cooke was from Clarksdale.
Makes sense.
Robert
Makes sense.
Johnson.
Sam Cooke said, it's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Yeah.
Ike Turner.
Ike Smacker, B-I-T-C-H Turner.
He is from
Ike Turner, who made one of the greatest singers of our time with his strong pimp hand. Because if it wasn't for the pimp hand, there would be no Tina Turner.
We ain't never look at a cake again the same.
That's a fact. Tina Turner or Aretha Franklin, right?
It's Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Okay, hands down.
That was a shot at you.
He throwing shots. Yeah, I get it.
Crazy.
Shots fired.
That was crazy. Yes, but Ike Turner, definitely.
So just 2 people?
Clarksdale. No, there's a few more people, but I don't think you know about them because you're not really cultured in, you know, the history of music the way that I am.
Shots.
Oh, wow. You threw them away.
That was shots. That was
I
shots.
I got back for you.
Mind you, they both told me Aretha Franklin was dead earlier. They both told me, and they were stern on their stance. Yeah, they said, she's alive. What are you talking about? Mind you, this is the same Queen Wolf that said she saw Harriet Tubman before. It's a fact. Leaf, am I wrong? Who was it, Leaf?
No,
that she said she saw.
No, see, now you I didn't.
No, the lady, she saw Rosa Parks. The lady from Rosa Parks.
Yes.
Ray John Wine?
I did meet Rosa Parks.
She saw Rosa Parks. She met her. Allegedly.
I did.
Lady been dead. Where'd she meet at? On a bus? It doesn't make any sense.
She died. I looked it up and made sure just because you had me thinking about it. Like, when did
Y'all
she
look
die?
up and make sure it's gonna be whatever.
No, I'm telling you, she died.
Where'd you see at? What bus?
She died in 2005.
Okay. So where'd you meet her?
I was on a civil rights trip in high school.
Civil rights movement ended in 1970 something.
No, it had to be. Yep, it
Said a
was
civil
2005.
rights trip.
It was over the summer, right? So of
I ain't jacking
2005. Let me tell you, 16 might have been 2004, and I was in college now. In high school, I don't know if anybody been in high school long enough to know what college now is.
No, we're not nerds.
Last time you graduated.
You the only nerd that graduates early.
So I was in college now.
Who graduates early? I want to speak to her character of the story. She graduated early.
I did.
For what? Let me get out of school early to show everyone I'm smarter. But go ahead. But not smart enough to know Aretha Franklin had been dead for years. Okay.
Anyway, so I chose to do civil rights history. That was the course. You get college credits. I got 3 college credits going in.
Need a nerd button.
And we went to Selma, Alabama, Tennessee. I met the white guy who got hit in the head with the iron bar. I can't remember his name right now, but he was in the civil rights movement, and they beat him up for being white and supporting black people.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not getting hit in the head for no blacks. And it just had to. Hey, listen, y'all niggas better just move. You know what I'm saying? Get on that same bus and march to another state.
We also went to Medgar Evers' house. We went to Dr. Martin Luther King's memorial, and we went to his house. It was a lot. So it was a whole civil rights tour. We was on a bus, and we rode the bus through the different.
So y'all didn't learn from those black people.
I caught food poisoning eating catfish, and I never had another catfish again in my life.
How you know a racist white person didn't poison your catfish?
They probably did. Who knows?
There you
but
go.
I'm alive at least. So, I mean.
Did you go to Cottonfield?
We did go to a slave museum, and in the slave museum, they basically put you through the whole experience of being a slave.
And y'all,
Wow.
Free labor.
And y'all paid for that?
No,
Free labor.
Wait, what?
The trip?
A slave?
No, it was just one. It's
You had to
like
put the clothes on?
No. But you just go in and then you got it's like dark. No, they didn't whip you.
Wait, did they come in? Did white men come in? Are you?
No.
Oh, all right.
Keep down. Keep your
And
head
you wasn't
down.
really a
Keep your
slave.
head down. No,
You
but
ate
they give you
chitlins?
the experience. No, we didn't eat no chitlins. No, but they put us on the boat, and we was all scrunched up on the boat.
Damn. Like
It doesn't sound like a very slave experience. They
people
didn't
on
do
top of each other, like how they was on the
No,
boat?
they didn't. Nobody didn't.
It was a comfortable boat. You order
think-
beverages.
You guys stop downplaying.
Hey, can I get a
my
bev?
shit.
I think they cancel college now.
Right. College now should be canceled.
And I stayed at a haunted hotel. That was another experience for
Oh,
another
wow.
day. I think I spoke about it.
Mm.
Yeah. We stayed
And
there
that
for
was
a-
she saw Rosa Parks after you stayed there on the
No,
hotel.
that makes
oh my
sense.
gosh. This is why you can't tell black
I'm
people.
not paying to be treated like a slave.
I didn't pay. No, it's with
I'm
the-
not being
it's with
treated
the
like a
trip.
slave for free. John Juan is saying the time is up. I'm not doing that. That's nuts. And then it wasn't even a real slave experience. You didn't have to do
I had a wonderful experience. I love
because you wasn't an
I love
actual
civil
slave.
rights history. It's one of
Did any dogs chase you through the woods?
no.
Did you get whipped?
No.
Nothing. Did you have to?
I did not have a wonderful slave experience.
The hell?
I had a wonderful overall experience. And we had grits and biscuits.
Okay, I have grits and biscuit in my house, but I'm no slave.
You guys are down
The best slave trip ever. I think you're trying to play it up. Like, you sound like you went on a resort. This is like, remember Man vs. Wild, where he was chasing the crocodile, and then in the nighttime he go to a hotel, 5-star hotel. It's just like a sayyouwasaslave.com. They took a picture, they had the cutout of a slave.
Slave.com.
and as they put their head through the joint, it was Aunt Jemima body, they put their head through the joint and the cutout cardboard with somebody with a whip. Hey, that was it. Like, you didn't do nothing about no slavery.
Queen Wolf, let me ask you
That's
this.
nuts to me.
So was you the house nigga or the field nigga?
Honestly, if I had to choose one, I would be a house Negro.
But I'm talking about in that slave.
Round of applause
experience.
for Queen Wolf. Round of applause.
I know my
Okay.
struggles. No, I won't be in the field.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. I might
Kinda
be.
light it in a paper bag.
I might be a house nigga too.
You was not gonna be. You was outside.
I ain't go. No, I would try to escape multiple times, but after that, you gotta count your
Put
losses.
the R on your face.
Yeah, see, I'm not trying to have that.
Gonna
I'm gonna escape. I'm gonna tonna try to escape multiple times. I'll probably get away, but I gotta survey the field. I gotta
come
see.
back and get me if I distract the master. And
I would try to buy you later on, but by the time I bought you, I would probably have a wife and 12 kids, and you would. I would say, listen, here's the deal. Let me tell you something. What would your slave name be? What's a good slave name? Annie Mae or Fannie Mae?
oh, this is gonna bring us into our next topic.
Hey, listen, Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae is some college thing or something, right? Listen, Fannie Mae, I'm coming back and get you, but how much is the master paying you? I'll triple it.
Wow.
I'm saying.
You're coming back to get me to work.
But
for
this is
you
what
and
we
your
talking about.
family?
We talking about the pride and ego of women. You're getting $0. I'm about to pay you more than $0 and make you be free. Then you gotta take into account all the money I had to shell out to pay. I'm saying it's the entitlement for me. That's
You know
why
what?
niggas
Don't
go
get me.
and never come back.
Wait for Django. Django came and Django did what he had to do.
Yeah, he did. Or you could wait for Abraham Lincoln. Or you could wait for the brothers from Sinners, and they'll turn you to a vampire. All
Shout
right.
out to Clarksdale, Mississippi. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. And I can't remember the director's name right now.
Shouting out people that don't know you is crazy, by the way.
Ryan.
I'm just saying.
Ryan Coogler.
They're shouting out mad people that don't know them, by the
They
way.
did an amazing job with this production and this film. And
Spell Ryan Coogler.
Coogler.
There you go.
It's cap.
Kudos to
Fact
you
check that.
guys. Finger clapping.
MReck with it. There you go. All right. All right, yo.
Round of applause for them.
Wait. Fannie Mae. I got something to say. I want to come back with something that I was thinking about. It was on my mind. Before we, I don't even want to do actual Ave right now.
Okay.
I want to come back with the top names. The top old school names that you should never name your child, or their future will be
good.
their future will be
I might
infested
get inspired.
with their future will be infested with teasing and high rate of suicide. All right, this is the Facto Show. We'll be right back. What does GIGPS mean to me? I mean, God is getting the paper straight. You feel me? Like, I'm super blessed. I'm blessed with good health, good energy that I give and receive. And that just comes from me really being a genuinely good person. It's like the love outweighs any negativity that may come my way. And that's how I'm able to go through so much and come out stronger every time, you feel me? I pray a lot, not just only for myself, but for others. And with that in mind, I design these clothes, really thinking about peace and comfortability, because that's really two of the main things that I personally want out of life. I'm here to motivate, spread love, and destroy hate. I'm Troy Ave. God is great and the paper straight. I think we jumping back into the top 5 names. Something's wrong. Pause with MReck's mic. I don't know.
That's the spirits that because y'all was playing with me, and now look.
That's the slave spirits.
Pause playing with me is crazy. Saying, by the way. All right.
I'm a blessed woman. Look, y'all was teasing me, and now MReck Mike is haunted.
Anyway, Fannie Mae. We're getting into the top names that you should never name your kids, or top. What was it? The top. We was talking about it earlier. MReck has no name. He has no mic.
Old school names you should never name your
Old
kids.
school names you should never name your kids. And I think, should we just go back and forth, or should we do top 5? All right, I'm gonna go with the name off the rip. I seen the movie Class Act when I was a kid, and that was a classic, and it was a white guy. And one thing you should never name your son. He had a horrible name.
Thank you.
The name Jamal. The name Jamal, Jamal, it's a low percentage that your child will grow up and have a job or a career of anything successful. This is a fact. The name Jamal is just horrible. By the way, if you want to call him Jamal in the house or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, even from the Cosby Show, Malcolm Jamal Warner, that was his middle name. You don't lead with Jamal. Jamal is crazy. Think about if your son or daughter, not your son, if your daughter comes home with a guy, just think about it. Real ones, wreck mob trenches.
Daddy, I met a man.
What's his name? Oh, Jamal. It's Jamal. Like, damn, I didn't raise you to go marry a nigga named Jamal. You feel me? Feel me? I didn't pay for college for that.
You gonna have all the homies that's named Jamal mad as hell.
I'm just saying, like, do you play basketball?
They know their names.
Do you play basketball? I was in jail with a lot of guys named Jamal.
Stereotype.
I'm just saying. I never went to the doctor's office. His name was Jamal. If your lawyer's name is Jamal, you're going to jail.
Damn.
You might as well just cop out, get a legal aid. These are the facts. There's not even no mechanics really named Jamal. Think about good
What
careers.
if your judge name is Jamal?
If your judge named Jamal, you're getting off. Good to go. Fact, Judge Jamal. I'm with that, but you're probably not going to get off because you're not going to have a judge named Jamal. Fact. So I'm going to lead with Jamal as one of the top names. You should never name your
Got one.
Okay.
Shirley.
Shirley.
I feel like the name Shirley, you were never a kid. You just was an adult.
You like 47.
Yeah, you
No.
born
No,
at
hell
about
no.
46.
47 is too young. Shirley, you gotta be damn near great. You gotta start off at.
You born at 60.
You born at 60. Shirley. Wow.
Shirley.
Oh, my grandmother's name was Phyllis. I can't even.
Phyllis.
Phyllis is a throwback name. But my grandmother from Alabama. I don't just know my grandmother from being 60 off the rip. Phyllis is a throwback name. Damn.
I only knew my grandmother. My grandmother's name is Gloria.
Gloria. Maribel? Nah. Maribel could pass.
My grandpa's name was Woodrow.
Woodrow was hard. He was picking cotton for sure. Woodrow is a crazy name. Yeah. What's the nigga from? What's the nigga from Godfather Harlem? What's it? Ellsworth and Woodrow. They like brothers.
I think I might have y'all beat with my grandfather's name.
What?
Wilfred.
Wilfred is crazy. Another crazy name is Gertrude.
Gertrude
is nuts. Like, I'm pretty sure my kids don't have anybody in their school named Gertrude. Gertrude is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's another crazy name? That's like an old school name. You should never name your child if you love them.
I think we should stay away from Harold.
Carol?
Harold.
Harold is Kane's cousin in Menace to Society, right?
Yeah.
Harold ain't that bad.
But what she just said was crazy.
Bartholomew?
Crazy.
Bartholomew is kind of distinguished, though. It's like it's a teaser name, but it's not an old name.
Not in the hood, in the public school.
Yeah, in the hood is bad.
You getting that smoke.
You'll get a job if your name is Bartholomew.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You get a job.
I mean, you might get away with Bartholomew because what you gonna name Bart?
They gonna smoke you on Bart.
Bart. You could get away with Bart.
You gotta be cool.
Like Bart. Yeah, you can make Bart cool. You gotta be like athletically inclined or something. You gotta be. What's another name that you should never name your child?
Silas.
Silas.
That's the first name.
Silas ain't bad.
I feel like if you name Silas, you Jamaican or like Caribbean.
I think Winston is crazy. You drive, my bad, I curse right there. You drive cabs if your name, and you give jet ski rides with corduroy pants that are cut off in the shorts on the island if your name is Winston. Winston was always Errol is crazy too. Errol is crazy. Errol
Spence?
Yeah, Errol Spence Jamaican.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's why his name Errol. That's a fact.
They said this name is a vintage name, but I always wanted to name my son this.
Poor son. Poor son.
Maximilian.
Maximilian's crazy. That's a hard name, though.
I love that
if
name
you was
so
a Mac,
much.
In Brooklyn. That was
Maximilian.
Word.
Name. Maximilian.
Maxwell's a dope name, too.
Yeah,
Maxwell. Yeah, I'm Maxwell. Maxwell's a dope name. Maximilian. That's a crazy long name.
Maximilian is.
Maximilian. You know, he's gonna call him Max for short.
Yeah, Max. Yeah, Maximus.
Max is hard.
Yeah, Max is hard.
I
think Max is a hard name.
Yeah, do it
Mad Max.
Mad Max, word.
Mad Max is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Do it to the maximum.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. Max is a hard name.
What about Clifford?
Ooh, Clifford.
Clifford, I think of P Valley, Uncle Clifford. You can't name it. Your animal has to be named Cliff.
That was a throwback.
His name was Heathcliff, like the cat.
That's even worse. Heathcliff.
That's nuts. Ghetto names, like, it's not an old school name, but names like I wonder, can we search? I want to find out when the name Laquita came into play. Laquita, I went to school with 2 girls named Laquita. Ghetto, ratchet. Didn't know it at the time. Ghetto. Anything with a Sean in it. Shaquita. Anything with a.
Shaniqua.
Whenever you blend 2 names, that's also horrible. Don't be blending 2 people's names. That's bad.
When you name your daughter after the father.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You try to blend it and just put a little bit of yourself in there. No, y'all not even. When kids try to chime in and their brains have not been their brains are not yet developed to know the names. They ain't been around long enough to know, like, how he's saying names like Shamar and Keisha. Those are regular names. My guy.
Yeah, I feel about Amos.
Anus.
Amos.
Amos, like the cookies?
Yeah, that's somebody's name.
I never even met you. 1885. I never met nobody named Amos.
You'd have been called Anus from
Amos. It's probably y'all tap in. Y'all tap in the comment so that for some names. We going over top.
Bessie.
Bessie ain't bad.
But people name they call Betsy. Wait,
Bessie, yeah, they name they call Bessie.
Betsy, but Bessie.
What is some? All right, I got one for y'all. Just to go on another note, what are the top 5 hoe names?
Ooh.
Gotta go Kimberly.
Monique.
Kimberly's bad too, because I got an aunt named Kimberly. I don't even want to do it like that. You know what I'm like? Oh, Chanel for sure. If you Chanel, you giving her buns off the rip.
Monica.
I never hit no Monicas. I can't even put that on them.
Are you
Rose. Any girl named Rose is getting.
Damn, I like that name, Rose.
Tasha's getting slayed. How many Tashas you slayed? Because we got
Natasha.
Oh, I slayed in Natasha.
Are y'all just going off of names that y'all of y'all kill list?
I can never name my. If I have a daughter, I can never name my daughter. And could you do this? Could you ever name your daughter a name of a joint that you killed?
Nah, that's why.
That's
what's so
nuts.
crazy? I met a girl with my daughter's name. I had to spin off on her.
You had to.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah. I couldn't do that.
That's funny because when I had Addie and I was going through like the names, my brother at the time was incarcerated, so it was one of the things he'll call me and we'll go through like some of the names that I'm thinking about, and it was like at least 3 names, and he was like, "Nah, I don't use that name. I know somebody. I know somebody named that. It was one girl I knew. She was a hoe."
That's a good question, John. We got to click that. Could you name your daughter a name of a girl that you hit or that was a hoe? And I wonder if it's the same for women. Could you name your son after a guy that was maybe, let's say, a deadbeat, or like he try to borrow money from you? I don't know. Whatever guys do, the equivalent of a guy being a hoe. I don't know what it would be. A loser, a bum. Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think? I don't think women think that deep into it. Guys, everything is like, whoa. Nah, we ain't doing that. I ain't jacking that.
I try to do everything in your power to not make your daughter become a hoe.
That's a fact.
If the name is it's in the name.
It is. This is a fact.
Tiffany, is Tiffany a hoe name?
Tiffany, damn. I can't say that. But I hit her. I was going to say I had a good friend named Tiffany, but I hit her. But I ain't hit her like a hoe. I hit her like a friend she was your friend for mad years.
How do you hit it like a friend?
Like a friend, like, I'd be your friend for
with
mad. Share with us.
Look, friend with benefits.
Nah, it's like a friend, like you grew up together as kids, and then eventually you just knocked it down. But I ain't hit it like a pulled up. It's not like I just pulled up, yo, come on, hop in, and I bust her. Like we knew each other. It's damn near like I hit. If you gonna let anybody hit, might as well be me. We knew each other for years. You gotta hit somebody.
I'm so glad that like I wasn't around for your childhood negotiation kill.
I'm just saying, like,
conversation.
Be what it be. It just really is what it is. So I can't put hoe on Tiffany. I can't put hoe on Tasha. It's some top Mercedes. Any girl named Mercedes.
Yeah,
you're ready.
What about Jade?
Jade, there's damn it.
Jada.
Oh man. That's bad. I don't want to do it. I know you know what? I know a good, like, a homegirl named Jada. But I don't know. I'm just saying I didn't hit, but multiple niggas I know hit. So I don't know. I'm just gonna stay out of that. I can't call him a hoe unless I hit, not a hit. All right. That's that. Can we? Do we have anything else? Can we move on from this madness?
Yes, let's move on.
Yeah, you can't. You can't get.
If we going over just generalized,
I think if
names,
over
you
three,
can't go by.
if over 3 people that you know hit, then you can consider them a hoe. They got to be a number like 3. I shouldn't know 3 people, guys. It depends. Like if you know 2, like if you know them, like if y'all could all be in. If she walks in a room, 2 might be 2 boyfriends. I think 3. I think if you walk in any room and 3 niggas knock you down in that room, then you a hoe. Facts. 2, it could be 2. 2 could happen. Homeboys is crazy, by the way.
2 guys in
Homeboys
the same
is crazy.
neighborhood. Like you would never bump into each other. Like it's just.
But then there's somebody who wouldn't even date 2 guys in the same borough
Yeah, that too. Like it just.
or state. It's craziness. It just happens. It's hard being a woman. Because guys, it's hard.
Nah, it's hard to be a woman.
I would rather be a homeless man with 1 arm than be a woman, a successful woman.
And I never even wanted to date people in my neighborhood because I have brothers who moved around, like, you know, so I didn't even want
Round of
nobody
applause for
coming
Queen
in
Wolf for having integrity, damn it.
and telling my brothers nothing that I was doing. I remember one time I was running around with my homegirl in Flatbush and somebody told my brother they saw me on Flatbush. And I was like, damn, like, dude, so
Well, Flatbush is a top 5 place for hoes in New York. This is a fact.
Which is
My Flatbush
which
people,
was
I'm
like,
sorry.
It was eye-opening because it's like, damn, I'm just buying a pizza. Like, why are you even telling my brother you see me out here? It's like on some like, oh, what is your sister doing out here?
Right.
Don't get caught
Yeah,
lacking.
pizza, all right.
That's what that was. Don't get caught lacking.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm saying definitely top 5 places for hoes. But don't be hanging out there if you're not a hoe. Labor Day parades is whole events.
Not too.
Juve.
Don't do that.
I'm saying.
Don't do that.
Look, all right.
I mean, it's facts though.
No.
All my people in the West Indian community, if
Don't
you
start
dress up
attacking
in
it.
oh donkey,
was
calypso,
Juve
come
was
on,
wild.
B.
Don't do that.
Can't even live like that.
Because I was at the carnival parade my entire life. Like,
Wine
I
in the
used to-
street.
Yes.
Well, that says a lot about you.
I used to make
You gotta look
outfits.
into
I used
that.
to cut up jeans that my mother bought me and turn them into
So
shorts.
what was
and
your
spray
purpose
them.
of going to the
I'm
parade?
Caribbean. It's what we do.
No, but I understand.
What does
but
that mean?
Outside of that though,
I'm black and
Just
from the hood.
being
Do I have
there,
to?
enjoying the music,
drink
celebrating
Hennessy
my culture? It's like
and
one
sell crack?
time you see Spanish people everywhere. You see American people everywhere. It's like that's the one time where the streets are saturated with people who know your music, who know. It's all the same people.
Why you have
We
to
a
skin
good
out
time.
and wear short stuff and wine in the
it's
street with
hot
random
where we
men?
come from.
Why you can't
You ever
just
been to
chill and have a
Guyana
good time? Why you can't have a barbecue? Like the 4th of July. Why you gotta bend over and dance and have your
Why
tongue
did
out?
you say war donkey?
That's,
bend over, dance, and have your tongue out.
that's craziness to me. That's crazy to me. This is a
one
fact.
time I was on the truck and we was like,
I think this is the reason why they didn't want to let the slaves be free. Because they do
was
things
like-
like this.
we was like
is
hanging
a
off,
fact.
hanging off the truck. We
The
was
moment
going
you get
crazy.
your freedom,
That was fun.
this happens.
And when you dancing, they just pass you out the nutcrackers and the mixed drinks. They call it Jumbie juice. And then you don't even know what's in it. You just drink it and you just be turned up and just lit.
Wow.
What if
Okay.
it's fentanyl? What if it's date rape?
That's
Exactly.
the chances you took, huh?
Right.
You didn't think about that because everybody want to have fun. It's paint,
Okay.
it's powder, it's sweat. Everybody's dancing. You don't even know who's grinding on you. Somebody might
this is
die in the
disgusting.
crowd.
Oh
you
my
never
gosh.
You
know.
know what?
I'm out of
We
here.
gonna
On
give you a
that note,
pass. We gonna give you a pass.
yeah, she's digging herself in a deeper hole, which is crazy. Hey, yo, you want to take us out? Somebody take us out. One of y'all take it. She had enough last words.
Man.
M.Reck, you got anything to say?
Shout out to
Let's
my
get about
Caribbean
this
people.
Hey, yo, look,
episode.
man.
This is crazy.
Salute to the Wreck Mob. We here. Salute
Uh-huh.
to the real ones. Salute to the trenches. Go download that Spooky Hours app in the Apple Store, Google Play Store. Subscribe to MRecktv.
Tell us more about Spooky Hours real quick for the
Oh
ones
yeah,
that don't know.
Spooky Hours is my TV serial. Spooky Hours, my TV series dealing with the supernatural, mind state and real people experiences.
Oh, I'm gonna tune
Alright.
into that.
So,
Are you
Y'all
gonna
can
have?
tap
You should
in.
have me as a guest. I have a lot of supernatural.
a word,
experiences.
just call up to the show. I'll probably do it this Sunday coming up
Oh, yeah.
on MRecktv.
Can we want to do one actual ad question before we get out of here?
Yeah. You want me to
One actual ad question.
You just had M.Reck just take us out.
Yeah, because you had said enough. If it's not scripted, we can't let Wolfie go off script because he start talking crazy. Somebody asked me about some Terrence Howard joint. They DM me. Actually, yeah, I'll see something happen with Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to be mad if I don't do the actual abs. I'm just going to do it.
So Easy from Clubhouse actually asked that, and he asked, "How'd you feel about Terrence Howard saying that?"
I don't know how I feel about men named Easy. I don't know about.
But anyway,
I don't know how I feel about. What is Easy short for?
Ezel.
Ezekiel? I'm just saying.
Is that a name that should be banned too? Ezekiel?
That's a biblical name. So, but anyway, he wants to know how you feel.
Your name could be Zeke for short. I guess. I don't know.
Freaky Zeke. He wants to know how you feel about Terrence Howard saying he would cut his lips off before he kisses a man in a film. And maybe you can, no, not you. Let's ask M.Reck.
I didn't know he said that. I just saw, Troy, what you think about Terrence Howard? He said he would do what?
Let's
He
ask
cut his
M.Reck.
lips off before he kiss a man in
Before he
the
kissed a
film.
man in the mouth in the film.
First of all,
He's extreme. Cut his lips off.
listen,
Come on now.
don't even approach me with no scripts like that.
What, a scissor, like, no more lips.
Probably with a butter knife or a jagged knife. It's got to be real violent if you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
How you feel about that, M.Reck, as a film producer, director?
I feel like
and the survival
certain roles,
S.A.
certain roles for heterosexual men shouldn't even be like something that you would question their integrity with. You know, it's just like certain people, like, nah, we can't even give him that role. Terrence Howard, he always to me would stand up. You know, we didn't see him in no compromising roles. But then, it's weird. Denzel had a 30, 40-year career, and then
With none of that.
but then
Round of
last
applause
year,
for
They
Denzel.
tried
What?
to offer him a role.
He
went
wasn't
on
jacking
camera,
it.
He went on camera and said he kissed a man in Glory. What was it? No, not Glory 2.
One of those
What was the movie that
Gladiator?
Gladiator 2?
Who? Denzel kissed the
Yeah,
man?
that's what he said. He brought it out.
Nah, I missed that part. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
They cut it. They ended
Said
up
they cut
cutting
it out.
from
They
the film.
edited them.
Why did he do that? Did he need money or something? No way.
He said he just did it. He wanted to do it.
Come on. It's propaganda, man. How you just going to say he want to do it after not doing it and not taking movies for it? Something deeper behind that post.
But I said that too. They must got something on Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's crazy.
Maybe that was him putting it out there so that they don't have that on him and say that.
There you go.
They ain't got nothing on Denzel, man. Y'all just propaganda is crazy, man. We got to put this is a combo face. This is one of those. You got one of the faces. Combo face.
Pass me my confused redstone face.
It's hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, John Juan. Get every camera in here. Hold on. You gotta look into this. Propaganda at an all-time high. Yeah, we gotta. There's a little propaganda everywhere. It's crazy. Come on now.
Vlad loves it over there. He sees Vlad.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
I'm not jacking that. So I think Terrence Howard. So many things he came out about. Diddy, he said that Diddy try to bust him in the buttocks and all that, right? He said something like that.
Clap his cheeks.
Yeah, he said he tried to clap his cheeks and all that. Now he's saying he'd rather cut off his lips. I think Terrence, in my opinion, Terrence Howard got some things going on mentally, maybe. Maybe he's had his breaking point. But to say he would cut your lips off before you kiss him, like I jack it, I understand it.
Yeah, I get it.
I jack it. I round of applause for him saying that. You know what I'm saying? But that was a little bit extreme. I would have just said, nah, there ain't no way. I'm not kissing no man for no role. I would cut my lips off.
I guess he said it in a way so people know he meant it. Like, yo,
Meant he was serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Don't ever bring those.
Yeah, like he didn't just start out the conversation like I would just cut my lips off. He was just like, I don't understand why they keep trying to put these type of roles on men that they know
exactly
don't go both ways. He's like, don't give me that type of role. He was actually
I blame Cat Williams for all of this. I blame. So all right, why you look for that? I want to just say that I try not to be mad extreme about things, and I personally, if I had to take a bet over under, I don't think he would actually cut his lips off before he kissed a man. I think he would kiss that man. Wow. I'm just saying. he would physically cut his lips off? I don't think he would.
So basically, they were looking at him to play the Marvin Gaye.
Yep.
And he found out from Quincy Jones that Marvin Gaye actually had.
Marvin Gaye was gay.
He was gay. He had a gay lifestyle.
Hence the name Marvin Gaye. Didn't you have to find out from Quincy? You saw what he was wearing in one of them joints. Any man that was a 26 waist has to be a DCG. It's a fact. No man has a 26 waist. No grown man. Just saying.
Slim, you know.
I don't know how. That's not slim.
What's going on?
Yeah, we want to know what's going on, and apparently, it's a lot going on.
So he found out, you know, and Quincy Jones told him, and he was like, he can't play that role because he just can't kiss a man. My thing is even deeper than that. Like, why are they going so hard to expose these musicians and artists from the past and put these sexuality stereotypes on them? Why they at that time?
I think they're trying to free and release them now. They trying to say, yo,
they're dead. They were free and released.
We want to know.
I don't want to know if
what's
Marvin
showing
Gaye
on,
was gay.
as they say. We want to know what happens in the dark shall come to the light.
Nah,
it's a fact.
I don't want to know if Marvin Gaye was gay because I like Marvin Gaye for the music he made.
We got to keep the doc. I want my documentaries to be real. And y'all were just talking about.
What you mean you want it to be?
I want my documentaries to be real because just how you talking about the Asian people in the movie in Clarksdale. Like, I want the facts to be in a documentary. That's what makes it a real documentary. And if you had some shaky things going on in your life, then you shouldn't have had them going on in your life. It's a fact.
How come
you can appreciate that as a filmmaker?
Just like they did the whole Whitney Houston bisexual, and then
she was bisexual.
Why did they not do this when she was alive? Why do you wait until after these people are dead and they can't either defend themselves or put? Then that means that she didn't want to be put out there. Somebody else. This is someone else's dream and someone else's mission to put them out there.
Cat box on her face. That's what happens. Look, this is a fact. This is a fact. This is what happened. My man Luther, one of the greatest singers of all time, he liked young white boys. It is what it is.
All right, we're trying to go.
Luther Vandross. It's a fact, though.
Yeah, I know he was.
Yeah, young white boys. It's a fact. Man, I'll tell you a story from the great Butch Lewis. God bless the dead.
Wow.
Butch Lewis was throwing a concert. And he had Luther Vandross there, and he said, man, they came out. He said, man, Butch Luther won't come out the dressing room. You gotta get him, man. And he's like, what is going on? He said, man, he's all hung up over this damn love affair thing. Butch goes in there. He say, yo, Luther, we need you out here. We got all these people. I got all this money tied up. You can get your ass out here and do the show. That's how Butch though. And Luther, he said, man, he said he's just in there crying over this little white boy, and he just distraught. Wow. He said, man, I had to talk him off the ledge, so to speak, to get his ass out there so he don't mess up the money. He said, now, don't mix your business with my business. That's a fact. And got him out there. But these are the things that be going on behind the scenes. And, like, we want to know about that in the Luther Vandross movie. We want to know the realness of it. As long as they not trying to put something on somebody that wasn't there, I think you got to give people the real. That's how I feel.
Well,
I don't want to be in denial. I want to know what Michael Jackson was doing, what kind of drugs. Feel me? Prince, your favorite artist. I want to know he was high as a kite. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Well, salute the Sticky Fingers. He said, I ain't doing no gay roles. Yo, salute to him. He kept it official.
That was the last movie role he ever got. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is what it is. And Reck won't even hire him to do a movie. Crazy. I'm bad. I'm just saying. It is what it is out here.
I put him in spooky hours, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Him and Fredjo, those are homies, you know what I mean? Shouts to the whole Onyx. But,
Wait.
But, yeah, now.
Why do
Now, if somebody hand you a script,
yeah,
and if they got a role where it's compromising your manhood, are you taking it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say, I'm not in desperate situations. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like a lot of times we judge people for what they do. We don't know their situation.
Correct.
Some people will say, "Why would he go try to rob that bank?" But them same people wouldn't say, man, here goes some food to feed your kids. You know what I'm saying? Or here's a job or whatever. Right. So I can't I can applaud the people who don't do it, but I'm not going to so much frown upon the people who do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whatever.
That's how they giving it up. I got you.
But on a more important note, I have a question. Before we get out of here, I know we're supposed to be out of here, John Juan. But on the last more important note, it's a question that a lot of men, everybody in the chat, y'all answer this question. As a man, would you rather have no arms? No arms, cut off at the shoulders. No arms. No legs. Like at the hip, you just type shit, right?
Crazy.
Or no dick. No genitalia. You gotta make a choice. Or no nose. You could pick. As a man.
That's crazy, bro.
As a man.
That's crazy.
You might have
Yo.
no arms.
You know what?
I'm talking full blown.
Like the holes that there.
No, you
Open
just hang
hole.
time.
Look.
It's straight hang time. It's like,
No nose, like
can't leave.
open hole. You like
Y'all
this?
can't live without either one.
You can ride the nose.
Listen,
Okay, he chose
I'm
that.
laying in the casket.
Wait, you would rather have
What?
no?
What?
I'm
I'm
taking
talking
no
about-
arms.
I want my arms, legs, and I want my jump off. I want my Johnson. You
I
feel
go.
me?
I'll do no arms. I'll do no leg. I'll have no head and just have a dick if I could. I'll have no
I
head.
mean, you can't wipe your
It-
ass.
Nah, it'd just be a shirt and I'll be walking around like this.
You did say no nose too.
It'd be this in the shirt.
Nah,
I'm just
good.
floating around at the neck. Who am I today? Who am I today? Whoever I want to be. But I got my dick. Who am I today? I'm a nigga who still got a dick. That's who I am.
Nah,
I'm just letting you know what it is.
Yo, you got that one. I'm good. I'm like this.
Wait, so you would rather die than be amputated?
Yeah.
Oh man.
'Cause I don't want to struggle.
What?
No arms, no legs.
No. You
Like,
could
come
pick
on.
one.
I seen a
You
girl.
keep one of the
I seen a girl
sets.
doing makeup with her feet, so I feel like I could live with no arms.
You take no legs. Oh. You could have robotic arms. That's a fact. Off the rip.
No, but you ain't say all that. See that?
No,
that's,
you
that's
can-
the difference. That's the difference now. And we talking about, what you call those joints anyway? Forgot.
Yeah.
Aesthetics.
Prosthetic. Yeah.
Prosthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, but it's some people that literally don't even have that.
You can't get a prosthetic Johnson. You just can't.
Yeah, you can't.
So if you gotta choose one, no.
Women are doing it. These exes.
What? Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Yeah, I don't even want to know that information.
But look, I'm be honest with you. The shit that I'm doing in life, I don't know if I can rock out like that. I'm be honest with you. Salute to anybody that
You
lost
do a
their
lot of
arms
hands
and
on,
their
a
legs,
lot of
you know
hands
what
on
I'm saying?
shit. A lot of
Nah,
hands
you
on
know
stuff.
what? I'm double deuces. Just pull a
Double
plug.
deuces.
Pull a plug.
And polo gooses. I go doses.
Double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone.
Yo.
Look,
Nah,
soul-
man.
soul lift.
Damn, you wouldn't choose.
Listen, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I can have full on no nose if it's an option. Yo, gotta lose your nose or lose your Johnson. I'm gonna just lose my nose. An open hole in my face. It is what it is.
Yeah.
COVID mask wherever I go. It's a surprise at the end of the
but
day.
if you saying a choice, like
Yeah.
you can choose that. Like you know how
It's one gotta go. Type ish. One gotta go. One gotta
I
go.
guess it'd be the nose. Fuck it. They're gonna have the Humpty nose.
I would go, yeah. Oh, the Tupac. Oh, do me, baby. Do the Humpty Hump. Throw in the mustache with the nose while you at it. All right. We out of here. I would ask Queen Wolf, but we know the ladies going to like to keep their, they're going to, girls will be like, I don't need my JJ. Take my arms.
Crazy?
Wait. So if you had to choose no arms or no,
Arms.
I don't see.
Oh, wait,
it's
you know
different
what?
for us
That's-
because I don't think a guy would even do anything with a girl with no
take
arms. Might be
I might have to lose my legs.
a real low life would have to holler at a girl with no nubs.
Nah.
Like I ain't gonna lie,
I seen-
in a wheelchair
Yeah,
Smash
they
anything. That's the
would.
thing, bro.
with no
You
legs.
gotta think, niggas put they joint in a hole in the water.
Yeah,
glory
in the
hole.
little, in the
glory
no,
hole.
And they
hug
have
that.
the,
But
and
is
they
that the
have the
kinda-
little, they got the little silicone, little butts now with no legs.
There you go.
On
So
it.
you know, Nick. No,
Man.
ninjas is gonna smash anything.
Yeah, take my legs, cause I might, if yeah, I might have to use my hands
Yeah.
if no guys don't want to. If those guys don't want to come
On that note,
on a late night,
on that
I
note,
might need my
But that
fingers.
is easy access.
this is
though.
crazy.
I might need my
What the
fingers,
hell?
so take my legs.
That's easy access.
What?
You ain't gotta lift nothing to nothing.
People talk about. Yeah, we up out of here, y'all. This is a Facto show. We already did an outro. We just going. M.Reck is nuts. Bet out on him. Just leave it on him. He's crazy. You need leverage. You need your legs. We out of here. God's great. Paper straight. God bless. Good day. That was nuts. You said.